Hello everyone. In this video, let us discuss about non-carious cervical lesion. Non-carious cervical lesion is a class 5 lesion resulting from factors other than the dental caries. Okay, so non-carious cervical lesion is a lesion that occurs not because of dental caries but many other factors other than dental caries. Let us discuss about those factors in this presentation. So what is the prevalence? The prevalence of this non-carious cervical lesion differs among various population groups and age groups. For example, in Chinese population, the prevalence is around 89%. It is actually higher there. So examples of non-carious cervical lesion are caused because of erosion, abrasion and abfraction. So erosion. In erosion, the loss of tooth structure occurs because of a chemical process, that is non-bacterial chemical process. So abrasion. Abrasion is a pathological wearing away of teeth due to abnormal processes, habits or abrasive substances. For example, abnormal tooth brushing habits with excessive pressure can cause the wearing away of tooth. So abfraction usually occurs in your cervical part of the tooth because of the abnormal loading forces. Because of that, the enamel at your cervical portion gets weakened and wears away. Etiology of non-carious cervical lesion is multiple. So erosion occurs because of acid from external sources or intrinsic sources. External sources examples are citrus fruits and carbonated drinks. Intrinsic sources examples are your gastric sources or chronic alcoholism, eating disorders like anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, chronic vomiting. So usually the erosion location can occur facial or lingual, or most commonly lingual. The shape is going to be broad, shallow, saucer shaped. The margins are not well defined as you can see in this image. They appear smooth and polished. These are the features, clinical features of erosion. So abrasion. Okay. It is associated with vigorous tooth brushing or improper tooth brushing techniques or abnormal habits like bobby pin opening. Okay. For an abrasion lesion, it mostly occurs in your facial surface. It is wedge shaped or V shaped. It will be sharp and well defined margins. The margins of the lesion of abrasion will be sharp. Okay. Next is the abfraction. Okay. Abfraction also mostly occurs in your facial surface. It will be wedge shaped and your margins will be sharp. Okay. So occlusal stresses will have an important role to play in the development of the abfraction lesion. So what are the important points to note about the role of saliva? We have to know about this role of saliva. So saliva can induce remineralization of the demineralized tooth structure. Okay, this is an important factor in inhibition of the formation of a non-carious cervical lesion. Okay, another important scientific point is that without the presence of acid, occlusal loading had no effect in creating non-carious cervical lesion. So occlusal loading is also an important factor as well as the presence of an acid intraorally. So both play an important role. So another important point to note is that volumetric loss will be much greater in the cervical third, and then it will also be much greater in the mesiobuccal segment because it undergoes tension than the distobuccal segment which undergoes compression. So the segment which is undergoing tension is where the tooth substance is getting more wear. So what are the treatment approaches? First of all, we have to carefully examine the patient and we have to determine the possible causes of those lesions. So patient oral hygiene habits should be discussed. So the first goal of the treatment is to remove the cause. Because of the sclerotic nature of the tooth structure in a cervical lesion and the physical properties of a restorative material, long-term retention of the restoration provides an unique challenge. So when to intervene? So Academy of Operative Dentistry dentist has published the recommendation for the treatment of non-carious cervical lesion. So when we should intervene and when we should do a restoration. So decision to restore a tooth affected with a non-carious cervical lesion will depend on the inability to eliminate or greatly reduce the rate of progression through elimination of etiological factors. When we are not able to eliminate the etiological factors, if the patient finds it aesthetically unacceptable, or the patient suffers a significant sensitivity, okay, then we can intervene. Periodontal surgery can be used to cover the non-carious cervical lesion when it is going to be associated with a gingival recession. Zucchelli et al. Has given a method called as triage method to determine whether a case is favorable for the surgical resolution. So let us see this image. Here ideal papilla height is first determined. An ideal papilla height is determined as a distance from the interproximal contact point. So first we have to mark the interproximal contact point. Okay. Then a line is drawn vertically in an apical direction to a point projected horizontally from a point where the gingival tissue crosses the cemento-enamel junction at the line angle. So we are drawing a straight line. So and this distance is x. This distance x is then measured apically from the actual papilla tip and transferred to the facial root surface by the use of an imaginary horizontal line. Okay, then the procedure is completed. First we are determining the ideal papilla height, then we are projecting it to the case scenario. Now if this maximum root coverage is near to the CEJ, then only the root coverage surgery is performed. Non-surgical retraction, we can use rubber dam clamp to access the lesion. Okay, this is a 212 SCA clamp is the second image. The other options are surgical methods of isolation. We can use mini flap. This is an image that is demonstrating the use of a mini flap to gain access to the lesion. After the mini flap has been raised, we are using a rubber dam clamp to access the lesion. So gingivoplasty, conventional flap surgery can also be done. So important point to be noted here is crown lengthening surgery is accomplished several weeks prior to the restorative procedure. This is because with the combined procedure, the soft tissue is reflected away from the area while the restoration is being placed. So crown lengthening surgery is to be accomplished several weeks prior to the restorative procedure. You should make a note of it. So management, the patient is suffering from sensitivity, then we have to go for desensitization treatment. And then restoration, endodontic therapy when the pulp gets involved, and periodontal therapy as we have seen above. So when we are going to do a kind of composite restoration, we have to do it in an incremental pattern, because composite restoration can cause polymerization shrinkage as we know, and it is a main reason for sensitivity after postoperative sensitivity after the composite restoration. Another technique is sandwich technique, where RMGIC is been given and above that the composite restoration is made. So this is an example of a GIC restoration done for a non-carious cervical lesion. So studies have reported around 80% retention rate for an GIC placed without mechanical retention at 10 years. So for GIC, what are the features we need? So we need to have 90-degree butt joint and approximately at least 1 mm deep is needed. So in more recent study, retention rate of resin modified glass ionomer cement were more when compared to a composite. This image shows the pre and post operative images where composite restoration is being done. So in order to conclude, we have to check the habits, whether the patient is having any kind of excessive occlusal load. We have to, when needed, we have to give the desensitization therapy, and when in need, we should go for restorative therapy also. So when the etiological factors have been reduced or eliminated and all other conservative management of cervical lesion has been attempted, there may be still a need to restore areas where there is a significant tooth loss. The decision to restore should be tempered by the certainty that restorations are not permanent in order to avoid the re-restoration cycle. These are my references. Thank you.